What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back into gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies because, again, there's some interesting things popping up and things you got to be careful about. One of the things I was discussing with people, they're like, man, cryptocurrencies have gone crazy. They've lost a ton of value, especially XRP. Didn't we hear from other YouTubers that XRP was coming when Jacera was supposed to be all, save all? And I said, yep, I heard the same thing you guys did. And I said there was no indication that I can find that XRP was supposed to be the savior. All I heard is that XRP was an updated version of the new Swift system is what I heard. So that's why I shared it with everybody. And I said, look, it doesn't hurt. If you think it's going to be that great of an investment, then make sure you probably pick some up. If you're that sure of it. But this is what I tell everybody when it comes to investments. I tell you guys this: no matter what the investment is, you got to ask yourself this: the money that I'm investing, because there's always risk involved with investing, always, of any kind. I don't care what it is. Some of them are more riskier than others. Cryptocurrencies, very risky. Gold and silver, not very risky at all, okay? So I said, look, you got to ask yourself, the money I'm putting into whatever investment it is, if it all disappeared tomorrow, how does it affect my life? Am I going to be homeless? Am I going to miss payments? Am I going to miss car payments? Am I going to starve? Is my power going to be turned off? Then don't be investing that money. These types of things are these quick get-rich schemes to people that, well, I won't call it get-rich scheme, but there's that feeling of get-rich quick is what it is. People think that if they pump in $1,000 into XRP, they'll become millionaires by tomorrow. No. That's why I keep telling you guys. Ignore people who say that. All investments are risky. So if you're going to invest anything into cryptocurrencies or any other investment, you have to invest the money that you tell yourself, if this is gone tomorrow, sure, I won't be happy about it, but it doesn't affect my life. Now, when I'm talking about investments, retire investments, there's no way in how I'd put into retirement investments into cryptocurrencies. Mine are all in gold and silver. But we're going to get into what's going on with cryptocurrencies because people are losing their freaking mind. Speaking of precious metals, if you are considering buying precious metals, and you should, give a consideration to our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. The link is in the description. If you're a first-time buyer here in the United States or over there in Puerto Rico, and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and it will give you a free half ounce of silver. Return buyers, if you spend more than $200 between now and the end of the month and you use promo code PEEPS, you will get $10 back. It's just a small way of Money Metals saying thank you to my subscribers. You guys know I'm over here on Twitter. Come join me over there. It's free to do so. It's a lot of fun. If you have a Twitter account, just look me up. The links are actually in the description. This is LBRY. Remember I told you about this? This is YouTube without all the censoring and editing. I found out one of my videos were edited. Yeah, they do that. This is my other YouTube channel. It is called The Hidden Things in Front of Your Eyes. I post stuff over here that I can't put on the other channel. Like this. Now somebody said they can't see it. When I went in there, it said it had a copyright strike. So when I went to go look at the part they were saying was copywritten, I'm like, what do you mean? That's not, it's copywritten. That's fair use. So I had to challenge it. Again, they're not making it easy for people to post content. It's fair use. So you might not see this video when you go there, but I have posted links inside the Facebook group, inside Twitter. You can use, I believe, those links to go through. And I'm going to upload it here, the full version, not the unedited one, inside LBRY if you want to see it, all right? But meanwhile, you can find these in these other platforms and come check them out. So what's going on over here in the world of gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies? Well, gold and silver, of course, are creeping up slowly, but they're right now they are, pretty much going horizontal. They're not going up too much, and not going down too much at the moment. We started to see today gold started to go back up there towards the dollar mark per ounce. We've seen silver start to get near 26, and then all of a sudden it's being manipulated. And I told everybody I thought they were going to use cryptocurrencies to manipulate people from going back to gold and silver. Why the powers that be gobble it up. So what is going on? Yeah, XRP lost all I think it was 47% of its value. As you can see, it's going up. So hopefully you didn't sell them. Just hang tight and see if it rebounds. This is on the news of what's going on with this SEC lawsuit is what I think is going on. So things seem to have calmed down a little. It stopped losing value, and although it's not gone up much, it's gone up a little. So if you, like I told you, don't panic and you just leave it there and wait for it to rebound, then you should be just fine. Let them ride. Again, look at Bitcoin is now approaching 23,000 again. Ethereum dropped all the way down to 57, 574.79. And it keeps bouncing between there and $623. XRP back up to 27 cents. I think it at one time was 24 cents if I'm not mistaken. I'm just off the top of my head. Okay. So the other cryptocurrencies, they seem to be rebounding slightly. We'll see what happens. But there's kind of a little problem with cryptocurrencies, as you guys know. They're bickering with one another. And it's causing people to be unsure, which they should be paying attention. Bitcoin controlled by China. That's what Ripple tells SEC in face of imminent lawsuit. So Ripple is now throwing other cryptocurrencies under the bus. Says Ripple, if the United States Security and Exchange Commission deems its token to be an investment contract, the regulator would cede innovation in cryptocurrency to China, which controls Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is what Ripple said. What happened? The Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchains are highly susceptible to Chinese control, because both are subject to simple majority rule, whereas the XRPL ledger, that's what they're talking about, prevents comparable centralization, said Ripple, the company behind the XRP token, in a Will's notice to the SEC. Ethereum founder Vitalik came down heavy on Ripple and said the company was sinking to new levels of strangeness. So there's a tweet right there. It says, looks like Ripple XRP team is sinking to new levels of strangeness. Their claims that their shitcoin should be called a security for public policy reasons, namely because Bitcoin and Ethereum are Chinese controlled. And he's laughing. There is some truth to this, though, for the record. The majority does vote. So this is not 100% wrong. Again, I told you I don't trust cryptocurrencies at all. But was smart enough to know to invest some in there. Actually, not some, thousands is what I have in cryptocurrencies, because I believe there's a window of opportunity. But when I see this type of behavior, it looks like this window might be closing quickly. And I did talk about China's control over cryptocurrencies. I told you I was thinking about pulling out all my money because I don't want anything that's going to help the agenda of the Great Reset by getting people indoctrinated into using cryptocurrencies. And I'm not a fan of what's going on with China neither. Yes, my money is still there. I have not moved it yet. Now they've taken a pretty good hit. It just so happened that I got out of XRP myself. I told everybody when I did that. I wanted to keep it in there long enough to get them free flare tokens, according to what we all been told. And as soon as the day passed, actually I waited 2 days just to make sure, I went ahead and moved it right back into Ethereum. Once the market started taking a dive, I moved it into the USD, which means it's just sitting there and out of these other tokens. And then as soon as I seen the prices start to go back up, I moved them back into the cryptocurrencies. But what I did is I took a little bit of a gamble. So I took all my money out of Bitcoin, all my money out of all the other cryptocurrencies, moved it in what's called a USD coin. It's a stable coin. It sits there. So this way I wouldn't get any kind of hits or loss or anything on the market dropping. Then as soon as it slowed down and started to crawl back up, I moved all of it back into XRP, all thousands of dollars back into XRP, because I said, now let's see a rebound. Now, I don't know if it's going to rebound all the way back up to where it was, but I have a feeling, now this is just me speculating and gambling. I have a feeling we're going to see it get back up into 30-something cents here real soon. I might be wrong, but I said to myself, again, I'm not looking at the amount of dollars or cents that it's changing. No, I look at the percentages. So I'm thinking to myself, based on where I think this is going, I will have a higher percentage of change. Therefore, the amount of money I earn on the gains would be higher than if I put it right back in Ethereum or Bitcoin. Now, I'm not telling you to do that. Hopefully, you guys didn't sell and panic, because I've made plenty of videos explaining to people when stuff drops, don't panic. Because if you panic and you sell, remember, you don't get a loss until you sold your item, whether it's gold, silver, stocks, bonds, anything like that. Well, not bonds, but cryptocurrencies. In other words, if you bought it when it was 50 cents for XRP and it drops all the way down to 25 and you panic and you sell, well, yeah, you lost 50% of your money. If you didn't do anything, you just left it there, it will eventually start to rebound. And you don't occur a loss until you sell it. And eventually it starts to get back up to where it was. And then you don't lose anything. Maybe as soon as you get even, you pull it out if you're still nervous. But look, there's a 1% gain. See, I moved it in when it was around 26 cents. And already I'm gaining. Do you see what I'm saying? So I moved all my money out of the other cryptocurrencies when they were dropping, waited, now I see they're rebounding. And then I moved them all into XRP because I have a feeling, despite all the news on what's going on, the one coin that's going to gain the most is going to be XRP over the next day or two. Therefore, any kind of losses that I did have, I should recoup from XRP because of the percentage of gain I think it's going to get. Now, that's just me. I might wake up tomorrow and find out it dropped down to 18 cents and I lost a shit ton of money. So I'm gambling. Like for that bad boy to get up there 40, 45 cents, 50 cents again. That would be nice. That'd be doubling my money from where it is right now. So again, you guys, don't panic when it drops. I told you, we see drops all the time. We call them dips. You buy on the dip. That's what you usually do. But see, I told you the one that has the most volatility when it comes to going up and down is cryptocurrencies. Look at already Bitcoin heading towards 23,000 again. XRP moving again. Litecoin moving again. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why we say buy on the dip. But cryptocurrencies will give you a heart attack, all right? Because they drop a lot. I mean, XRP dropped a lot. But there's a reason. They are going to take a huge hit. We're waiting for this lawsuit to be filed on XRP. As soon as that news breaks out, there's no doubt in my mind you're going to see a huge drop in XRP until everybody finds out what the hell is going on with this lawsuit. But until then, that announcement, have a feeling we're going to see XRP start to creep up. So we have to be mindful of the news when it comes out, because you want to get the hell out of it as soon as the news breaks, because it's going to drop like a rock again. And that might affect the other cryptocurrencies. Okay, so keep an eye on it. I will report it when I see it. But for now, this is just me. When I seen these all drop, I moved in what's called the USD coin on Coinbase. As soon as I start to see them recover, especially XRP, as much as I hate XRP and I don't trust it, I'm smart enough to know the one that's probably going to get the most gain between now and tomorrow most likely will be XRP. So I moved all my money back into XRP and nothing else, because I have the in my opinion, the greatest odds of it increasing higher percentage-wise. All right, you guys, that's it for now. I just wanted to share what was going on. There's been a lot of talk. Oh, actually, we're not done. So let me show you one other thing. This guy is attacking the he's attacking Bitcoin. All right, but listen to what he says, because what he says is there's a lot of truth to it. Okay, let me get to the part where he was talking about it, because this is just all personal BS. Okay, here we go. Listen.
Fulfilling kind of rise, and that rise is driven totally by manipulation. There's been an academic study suggesting that this pseudo stable coin Tether is being created by fiat. This year alone.
So what this guy's talking about, and these guys have been busted. If you guys know that when I said if I had Pimpy University, the one guy I'd want to be the cryptocurrency professor in my class would be Chico Crypto. And that's why I suggest you guys go check out his video. He's very informative. What this professor is talking about is this coin right here. It's called Tether. Where are they at? Well, there's Binance coin, but Tether, there's Tether. This is, I believe the gentleman is in China, and they've been accused of a lot of manipulation. They manipulate the markets. This guy's telling you about it.
The increase in the supply of Tether has been another 16 billion out of the initial 4, so it's 20. And every time the price of Bitcoin goes down, literally overnight they issue more of this Tether that is used literally to manipulate the price of Bitcoin. So the price of Bitcoin is totally manipulated by a bunch of people, by a bunch of whales, doesn't have any fundamental value. And like in 2017, when it went from 1,000 to 2,000, and then in 18 it crashed from 20,000 down to 3,000, I think we're close to the point in which this hyperbolic bubble is going to go bust. And it's going to go bust because law enforcement authority are...
No, I agree. I told you there was a window of opportunity again. I think we're in that window. Cryptos are flying up right now. We're seeing a lot of billionaires get in there, and this guy's going to talk about that. I thought this might peak out around July. I don't know if it's going to last that long, but listen to what he's saying.
Having an investigation of Tether and of the company behind it, and in my view, like in the case of BitMEX, that was the biggest scam and criminal derivative cryptocurrency house, has been indicted. You can have an indictment also of those who are behind Tether. When that's occurring in the next few months, there'll be a crash of Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies. They're not even currencies. They are shit coins.
Nouriel, I want to break this down in several parts, because I think a lot of investors with Bitcoin at over $23,500 today need to pay attention. Why would there be, I'll call it a contagion, if the feds crack down on that other crypto to Bitcoin? And how do you look at the fact that central banks worldwide are looking at creating digital currencies? Are they different than what we see with the Bitcoins and the other cryptocurrencies already out there?
Well, there are several academic studies, including one by University of Texas, that show that every time the Bitcoin prices were weakening, there was an issuance of this Tether. There's literally a stable coin created out of fiat. There's been no audit that is.
Remember I was telling you that? People get pissed. They're mad. These people who love cryptocurrencies. Oh, good Lord, they love cryptocurrencies. Oh, it's going to save everything. Oh, they love them. When I talk bad about cryptocurrencies, they get pissed off. I said that cryptocurrencies are no different than fiat currencies. Nothing backs them up. Listen to what this professor is saying.
Cryptocurrency is backed by any assets, and it's just printed by fiat used to buy Bitcoin. So it's actually total price manipulation. There's plenty of evidence that there are other schemes of manipulating cryptocurrencies. There is pump and dump schemes, hundreds of channels on Telegram or on WhatsApp. There is front running. There is wash trading. Pretty much anything is being done for penny stock.
So what he's talking about, there's a group of people with a lot of money that sit on Telegraph. And what they do is they agree or they chat with one another and they decide when they're going to move money and take money out of cryptocurrencies to manipulate the market, is what he's talking about to be true.
Is done for crypto and Bitcoin to the power of 10. That's a totally manipulated market. It's not driven by fundamental. It's driven by insiders, by criminal, by whales, by scammers. That's the reality, and there is evidence on it. And that's why there are criminal investigations that are going to reach their climax in the next few months. Secondly, central banks are going to introduce digital currencies. But first of all, these digital currencies will have nothing to do with crypto or blockchain. Today, every private commercial bank has a bank account with the Fed. We, as individual or corporation or not financial, we don't have access to the balance sheet of the Fed. Suppose that tomorrow we have access to the balance sheet of the Fed. That's what a central bank digital currency means. It's not digital money. Digital money already has existed for decades. We have bank accounts, we have wire transfers.
I said the same thing. I'm like, you guys stop falling for this. They're talking about cryptocurrencies are the new, type of banking and all this stuff. I was like, what are you talking about? We've had digital banking now for decades. I said the same thing. This guy's trying to tell us that the so-called central bank digital dollar is very interesting. He's saying that it's not going to be on blockchain, and they are not cryptocurrencies. All they are is an updated version of the existing bank system. Now, I told you that the powers that be that control the banks, did you really think they were going to let cryptocurrencies exist? Did you? That would be in competition with what they're doing, and they're never going to allow that. Yeah, we've seen a lot of billionaires moving into Bitcoin, but I was suspicious of this. I think they're trying to avoid a bail-in or put some of their monies over to the side to protect them from a bail-in. But also, they gained since they started, just so you're aware. What was it, 2 months ago they started moving into it? Many of these corporations gained hundreds of millions of dollars so far. So don't be surprised if they all take it out at the same time, screwing the little man over.
We have Alipay, we have WeChat Pay, we have Venmo, we have all sorts of other digital payment systems. So what's new is not that it's going to be digital. There are thousands of digital payment systems that work all over the world, is that we don't have a situation where individuals like you and me have access to the balance sheet of the Fed. Once we do, we don't need to have a bank deposit for making cheap, fast, instantaneous transactions that are payment systems that are cleared and settled instantaneously. So once we have a central bank digital currency, not only crypto, that is junk, is shit coins that don't have any payment use, but even other digital payment systems like bank deposit or Venmo and PayPal are going to be dominated by central bank digital currency.
Yep.
And this scheme technologically has nothing to do with crypto, has nothing to do with blockchain. It's going to be centralized, it's going to be permissioned, it's going to be a system that's going to be private, not on a public decentralized ledger. So calling it crypto is not true. It's a central bank digital currency. It's going to revolutionize payment system, but it's going to destroy any pseudo cryptocurrency that is not a cryptocurrency and is not a currency. So people don't know what they're talking about when they're talking about central bank digital currency. They get excited, they say even central banks are going to crypto. Just the opposite. They don't know what they're talking about.
Nouriel Roubini, professor of economics at NYU.
So there you go. Look, these are all the things I talked about. I don't trust cryptocurrencies, but again, I told you, at least I'm smart enough to realize there's an opportunity in which I can make money off of cryptocurrencies, and there's a window to do this. So I'm feeling like we're in that window now. I thought we would be good between now and July, but things are definitely moving a lot quicker. Look at this. Already XRP is up now 3%. Good move, Pimpy. Yeah, it was. Before the drop, I moved everything into, well, during the drop, I moved everything into USD coin on Coinbase. And then I was thinking to myself, they've all plateaued. They were mellow. And then they started to go up, and I said, which one has the best chance to increase the most? XRP. And I put all my money into XRP. Hopefully you didn't sell your money and you didn't panic. but already it's up 3.186%. Now, when I go to bed here, it's 8 o'clock in California time, a couple hours. When I wake up in the morning, it might be 2 cents and I lost everything. Again, when you invest money, make sure that what you invest, you realize there's a risk involved. Some are higher than others, and you have to ask yourself, if I invest this money and I lose it all tomorrow, how does that affect my life? That's what you should be doing. So, as much as I like playing with cryptocurrencies, there's only one investment that I trust above all investments. To me, is the safest investment. Gold and silver. Gold and silver. I said it a billion times. Like 95, 96% of my investments are in gold and silver. Now you know. Why? All right, you guys, that's it for now. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.